What happened to Lisa yesterday?
She got elbowed and then scratched in the nose, big huge cut on the front of her nose, which bled quite a bit, and just her whole mouth and everything pretty got knocked out a little bit. So that that totally changed the tide for us too. Lisa really needs to be in. She's the glue to this team and has that leadership and can bring us together. So she got rocked and then went right back in, got a foul. So
She needs stitches or anything?
not that, no, no.
What's the takeaway, I guess, from yesterday?
We all just were not very good on defense. No energy. Was watching the video. All of us collectively have never played that poorly. Hopefully, it's just out of our system now, and because usually it's maybe a couple defenders didn't do what they needed to do, but it was just a collective, very poor effort and not a lot of energy there. So that's what we got to clean up.
When that happens, which hopefully doesn't often, but you need somebody on the court to step up in a leadership spot and try and get things going.
Yeah, and that's Lisa, and Lisa was kind of in and out of it yesterday. Lisa is the glue. She's the one that can get in people's, have that be leadership role, get in people's faces, and people need to respond. She was the glue to us at Illinois as well, and so we need somebody to step up and start making defensive plays, and that didn't happen yesterday.
Was yesterday just more evidence how much you need your defense to really get your offense going, too?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we scored our average, and they averaged 77. Obviously, we fouled at the end, So they averaged theirs, we averaged ours, and we didn't play any defense. So, if you looked at, we got to the foul line. We got 10 offensive boards, 22 assists, only 9 turnovers. But the transition defense and defense, it's glaring, and that's something we can control.
You do feel like Minnesota just got too many easy baskets?
Oh, yeah.
If they're going to score, they're going to score, but there has to be some sort of little bit more resistance than what there was yesterday.
Oh, yeah. We weren't physical at all. They were the physical team. They were the aggressive team. We weren't physical. Our posts were very, very much lacking physicality. Our posts have to understand they get one foul, then they don't play anymore, and that's not how you play. You've got to push everybody out. You can't just let them drive as deep as possible and have a layup. So they had high percentage shots. They only took 10 threes. So they just dominated inside. Question.
Feel like you got to keep games in the 60s for you to have the best chance?
Oh, we have to. Yeah. We're still struggling scoring from the outside. So, we've got to be able to play defense to keep it in the 60s because we just don't put a lot of points up.
Just with Indiana, what will you see from them? Are you going to see a more up-tempo team?
Oh, yeah, they run just as probably more than Minnesota,
That was one of the 8 teams you were talking about?
Yeah. So they get it and just go. Any rebounder that gets it just goes, except their big kid. They all can shoot the 3 very well. They all can attack the hole very well. Cahill is an amazing offensive rebounder. She's got, like 40 offensive boards. So they got a combination of inside, outside, and they play a zone, they play a man, but they play hard offensively and defensively the entire time.
The job Tori did for you yesterday, she
was the highlight.
Yeah, she gave you some pretty good minutes. Only 16 minutes and was pretty productive in those 16. Right?
She was very productive, and if she keeps doing that, then, obviously those numbers are going to go up. It would be great if she could play 25 to 30, and I think now her body, her knees, her feet, everything is kind of gotten to where it needs to be, but she was extremely effective. Defensively, people didn't score on her. Offensively, she did some really good things. But we need that consistently from her. But she was the highlight yesterday.
She impacted just about every facet immediately upon coming in, right?
Oh, yeah. When the ball came in, her hands were quick. She puts her 2 arms straight up. She's a physical player, but her arms are so long that it causes obviously issues, and people throw the ball into her, and then her being a lefty, it's just harder to defend sometimes down there, and she can get some fouls.
You just figure the players don't have a whole lot to say today?
They will have a lot to say because if they won't speak, we won't leave the locker room today.